Do you need all those Instagram followers? Hi, I'm DJ from Rainbow Dragon Digital, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about when it is right to be following, to be getting that Instagram follower number up, and when it might be a little less where your focus should be. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, please do. It'll help me out, and you'll be notified when I release new videos if you click the bell. So Instagram, it's kind of one of those channels that I think business owners are starting to feel like, oh, like, you know, that's where people see me. That's where people are buying things. You know, there's all the shop features that you've got in Instagram. You've got ways to get people to buy. There's lots of influencers on Instagram. There's a lot of reasons why Instagram is great. It's not as filled with text as a lot of other social media platforms are, so that makes it quite appealing as well. But I think there's some perhaps unhealthy concern with getting follower numbers up. So the reason I'm talking about this today is that it actually came up with one of my clients where they were like, we want to get our Instagram following up. And in their case, I don't think it was necessarily the right thing to do. But that's not to say that getting an Instagram following is not the right thing to do for every business. Everyone's business is different. So reasons why you might want to focus on your Instagram following number is largely to do with people checking you out. Okay, so if you're some sort of like, you know, you want to go around and do lots of talks at conferences that totally exist still. And, you know, you think the conference owners might be looking at your Instagram following and checking that you have enough of a following to be valuable to the conference. Then that might be a reason to be focused on your Instagram following. You might also want to make sure that your Instagram following was higher so that your customers perceive your business as popular. Maybe that's important to you. Maybe that's important to your business. So if that's the case, then fine, focus on that Instagram following. The other reason you might want to focus on Instagram is that core good reason for focusing is that your audience is on Instagram. If the people that you are serving, you know, are using Instagram and you know buy from Instagram, you know take action from Instagram, you know that when they look at your Instagram, they're being inspired and they're inspired enough to comment and talk to you, then that is a very, very good reason to continue focusing on Instagram as your channel and get those follower numbers up, because the people who are following you, hopefully, if you're doing your marketing ethically enough, will be ones who match your target person. If you haven't seen The Social Dilemma, I highly recommend you see it. There's a lot of discussion at the moment about the mental health that's surrounding social media. And I mean, like, I think a few years ago, Facebook did this whole thing about removing likes, like the visibility of likes and stuff like that, because there can become an unhealthy obsession with getting those follower numbers up. So take a little mental check for yourself. Check why are you obsessing over the followers? Is it really for purpose? Is it really for to serve your customers? Or is this satisfying some kind of inner need that you might want to review? That's one thing. I'm no therapist, but if you feel like there's some sort of like emotional attachment to that followers, I would tread very carefully and consider seeing a therapist. And I don't mean that in a condescending way at all. Therapy is super helpful, and it's really good for unpacking your brain and making sure that you're not taking yourself down a path that maybe you don't really want to be. Now, the other thing about Instagram followers is that, sometimes it's not actually good for your business. It might be that you're wasting a whole lot of time, pouring loads and loads of time and effort into trying to grow your Instagram and communicate on Instagram, but it's not turning into business. It's not actually even helping your reputation that much. All it is you spending loads of time and getting those likes, getting those follows, and not really serving you and not serving your business. So how do you identify this? How do you know that Instagram is the right place for you? And it's going back to my 5 steps. It's like those 5 steps are foundational marketing concepts. Step 1, target person. Identify them. Know their wants, their needs, their fears, frustrations. Get into that target person's headspace and understand them. Step 2, what is your USP? What makes you different? What makes you unique, right? And so once you've got those 2 in hand and you really know who you're talking to and what you're trying to say to them and how you're trying to communicate that you are super unique and why they should buy from you, then figure out, is Instagram the place to do that? Are they there? Are those target people on your Instagram? And if they are, is that where they want to hear about your USP? If your USP is something that just really doesn't fit on Instagram very well, then you might want to either reconsider that whether that USP makes sense or not, or change what you're communicating on Instagram. Right? But either way, doing step 1 and 2 is so important for any channel, but especially for something where you're obsessing. If you're obsessing over a channel and you feel like it's not getting you returns yet, go back to step 1, go back to step 2, take a look at whether you're really in the right place, doing the right thing, saying the right thing to the right people.